Hi guys, welcome back to Elevated Comfort episode 3. I hope you guys have been enjoying this amazing platform and getting to know me better and enjoy the recipes that we have been showing you guys. And today I'm going to be making a spice-rubbed pork tenderloin with a beautiful Chipotle Apricot Glaze, and I think you guys are going to really enjoy this. And so now we have a beautiful pork tenderloin that we've brought up to room temperature. It's important to keep your meat at room temperature when you're getting ready to cook it. You can take it out maybe about 30 minutes or a little bit over 30 minutes before from the refrigerator, just so that it can be brought up to room temperature, and it will cause the meat to cook a lot faster and better even cooking temperature throughout the meat. And so now what we're going to do is just take some olive oil, and we're going to create a little marinade to go on top of our pork tenderloin. And so all of the recipes again are on our website, as well as in the description in the caption for this video. So we have about maybe a quarter cup of olive oil, and we're going to add in our seasoning, salt and pepper. I also have some peri spice from my dear friends in South Africa and in Mozambique. And now I also am going to be adding in some adobo seasoning. Adobo is readily available. You can get that at the grocery store. I'm adding in about maybe a tablespoon. I find that a lot of home cooks do not know how to season food. Seasoning food is one of the most important things that you can do, because that is where all your flavor is. Who wants to cut into a piece of steak and taste nothing? You need that salt to add flavor. I remember when I did my first show, they had yelled cut. It was 10 home cooks from all over America. And all of the chefs had gathered around us, and they said, hey, we just want to tell you guys you did a good job, but we want to tell you not one of you knows how to season food. We're like, what? And they said, we're going to show you how to season food. So they took a piece of meat like I have right here, and they said, when you season your meat, you don't just season it one time, you season it in layers. And so they took the meat, they put some salt on the meat like this, flipped it over, put some salt on the meat on the other side. Then they put it in the pan and added more salt while it was cooking in the pan. Then they took the meat out and added more salt once they took it out the pan and it was resting here. And we're like, you're gonna give people a heart attack. We ate the meat. It was the best piece of meat you ever put in your mouth. And they explained to us that salt and seasoning cooks into the meat the longer that it is cooking in a pan. And so you need to add layers of flavor rather than just one layer of salt into your dish when you are making meat. And it is so important because, again, it develops the flavor of the meat and causes you to have a much better product, okay? And so we're now adding in a little bit of smoked paprika. I love smoked paprika in this. And what we're also going to add is a little bit of orange zest. This is Cara oranges, or a Cara orange. And we're just adding in a little bit of orange zest. I think the orange zest in this is going to add another level of depth of flavor into the dish. And you want to make sure that you add plenty of orange zest in it, because you want people to know, hey, that's an orange in there. Okay, and the orange is really going to pair very well with our chipotle pepper, okay? And what we're going to do is just mix this up. And as you can see, it's created a paste. That orange smells so good. Just tasting. It's perfect. Oh, it's really good with the orange. I'm sure you guys are like, oh, he always says that, but it is really good. When you make it, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so now what we're going to do is just work this marinade into our pork tenderloin. Okay, and just coat that all over this. Now we're going to use this bowl again in just a second, so make sure not to put your contaminated meat into this bowl, okay? So we're just working in all of our seasonings, and you might look like, oh, Joseph, that's a lot of seasoning. Well, you want a lot of seasoning because you want it to be flavored, okay? People always eat my food and they're like, how does it taste so good? Seasoning. It's the key to making everything delicious, okay? Y'all already know, I'm gonna go wash my hands real quick. Let me go do that. Okay, so now that I've washed my hands, we're now going to bring our pan that we have had heating up for the last couple seconds, and we're going to bring it up to temperature, maybe about medium-high heat. And we're going to add a little bit of olive oil. You want to have enough fat to coat the bottom of the pan. And we're going to sear off our pork tenderloin about maybe 2 to 3 minutes per side until it's golden brown all the way around the meat. And then we're going to finish it in the oven. And so our pan should be good to go now. You want to hear that sizzle? That's important. And then what I do is I pat it down just a little bit so that it can have a little bit more of an even, flattened surface so that it can actually develop a nice crust on it. And so again, we're just going to let this cook for about 2 to 3 minutes until it's golden brown. So while our pork tenderloin is cooking, we're actually going to create almost like a barbecue sauce glaze to go over the top of our pork tenderloin. I mean, who doesn't love pork and barbecue? In the same bowl that we created our marinade in, we are actually going to develop our sauce. And we're just going to add in about, this stuff is powerful. These are chipotle peppers and adobo sauce. We only need the adobo sauce, and it is spicy. So if you don't like spice, maybe omit that, but only put a little bit, maybe like, let's say a quarter of a teaspoon. Okay, and then we're actually going to add in some delicious apricot jam. You can use apricot preserves. I love apricots. They are delicious. Okay, we're going to take our Cara orange. I'm going to slice it. Ooh, look how beautiful. It's gorgeous. Just going to add half of one. Ooh, it's full of juice and it's fragrant. Okay, and I have a little bit of adobo left. Just add that in. Why not? Okay, now we're just gonna mix this all together. You know, when you're cooking, you can't be afraid to take chances. I love what your child used to say, like, take the chance. If it works, great. If it doesn't, you know, you learn, you know, for next time. But that's how you become a great cook. You have to take a chance. Don't just, you know, try and stay into what you know. Like, try and experiment a little bit. Okay, so this is browning beautifully. Okay, now we're gonna let it go to the other side. And then once this browns a little bit more, we're going to add in our glaze just on the top. Now, I can tell this glaze is a little bit thick. I'm just gonna add in a little bit more of this Cara orange juice. You want it about the consistency of a barbecue sauce because it's going to continue to cook and reduce in the oven and get thicker. And so you want to make sure that you have plenty of liquid. If you run out of juice, you can just add a little bit of water and that will do the same effect, okay? Just adding in a little bit of Cara orange. Now look at it. It's the consistency of barbecue sauce. And I'm actually going to taste this to check to see if the chipotle is too much. If it were me, I would add just a little drop, like that much, because I like a little bit of spice, okay? And I think that's gonna be good. So in this same pan, this is just a oven-proof pan that you can use. We're just gonna flip this one more time. And then we're going to get ready to layer, turn the pan off. We're going to layer in our barbecue sauce. It smells so good. Okay. Now that again is going to reduce, and we're going to take this and transfer it now into our oven and let it cook for the next maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes. If you have a meat thermometer, you want to make sure that it comes to temperature. And around, like I said, maybe 10 minutes. And once you check it, make sure that it reads to the right temperature that pork is supposed to be done at. And once you do that, you want to take it right out. You don't want to overcook this pork tenderloin. It's beautiful and it's going to be succulent. You can actually see that it's starting to reduce and turn into a beautiful, beautiful sauce. And so I'll show you guys what that's like after we let this roast. Okay, and so our pork tenderloin has been taken out of the oven and it has rested just for about 5 to 10 minutes, just so that the juices can go back into the meat. One of the most dangerous things that you can do, not in the sense that it'll make you sick or anything, but it's dangerous because all your flavor will leak out into your pan, is to immediately take your meat out of the pan and just cut into it and start eating it. You want to have time that you allow your meat to rest so that all those juices can soak back into the meat and make a beautiful and delicious end result. And so, as you can see, our beautiful sauce has thickened, and this is gorgeous and luscious. And I'm just gonna coat this a little bit. Okay, we've cooked this to temperature. And now we're just going to slice it. Wow, it's beautiful. Ooh, it's hot too. Let's take our tongs and just slice it thinly. Okay, and you cook this to the temperature, again, that you like. It depends on really the temperature that you prefer your pork to be done at. Pork, I think it has to safely be cooked. I want to say, don't quote me on it, it's like 145 degrees, I think, to be, considered edible and safe to eat. Some other countries, actually serve pork sometimes rare, medium rare. I wouldn't recommend that. I would do, though, for this pork tenderloin, something along the lines of like a good medium to medium well, because pork tenderloin can dry out so much, and you don't want it to do that. You want it to maintain all of its luscious flavor. And what I like to do, this is just for me, I like to take the pork tenderloin, add it back into the pan. And what I like to do is, just to give it a little bit of extra depth of flavor, I like to take my pan, turn the heat back on, and bring this back up to temperature and coat the pork tenderloin medallions in that beautiful sauce, so that when you're ready to present it, you're getting all of that delicious sauce layered into this beautiful meat. So now we've allowed our pork tenderloin medallions at this point to continue reducing in this beautiful sauce. And you can look at that sauce and just see how delicious it is. Wish there was smell-o-vision, because it smells amazing, absolutely phenomenal. And so what we're going to do now, remember, you want to cook this to about 145. That actually is the temperature that you want to cook it to. And what I like to do, again, because I love sauce, I'm a sauce guy, is just take my medallions and just scoot it along in this. Make sure it's extra bathed in barbecue sauce. I mean, who doesn't love barbecue sauce? I'm sure there's a lot of people who don't, but it just makes it extra special, especially when it comes to pork. There's something beautiful about pork and any type of sauce that goes on it. It's just so beautiful. And I love this plate. Elevating comfort is not just, again, about you elevating your dishes, your ingredients. It's also about your living space. Use beautiful china, use beautiful plates to present your dinner on. Even if you're just making it for yourself, do it anyway. If it, causes you to have to do the dishes, extra 5 minutes or whatever, who cares? Do it, because it will make you want to eat. It will make you feel like that, you're eating out at a 5-star restaurant when you just take the time to plate your dish in a wonderful way. And so now we're just going to take our beautiful sauce and we're going to pour some of it on the top. That is exquisite. Yum. And I also have some roasted vegetables here that I think I'm going to add into this. And I'm going to be a little extra right now and just make sure that my workstation here is cleaned. Okay, this looks beautiful just on its own. But now we're going to add some roasted sweet potatoes and some roasted bell peppers that I just got, I got from the grocery store. I got some frozen pre-made mixes that, you can get with like sweet potato and stuff at an organic grocery store. And the thought came to me, I was like, I knew I was doing this today. and I didn't know if I wanted to actually take the time to sit and create roast sweet potatoes. And I was like, you know what? I can just take these frozen, defrost them, and then put them on a sheet pan like I've done, and then just roast them in the oven. Voila, dinner's done. Super easy, took no time. You know, it might cost you just a couple extra bucks. I think these were like $6, but it's worth it when you can just get fresh, organic ingredients that's been frozen like this, and with a little bit of extra help from our microgreens, you have got a beautiful dinner that doesn't take very, very long to make. I mean, from start to stop, I would say it's about 30 minutes, okay? Maybe even less, okay? And so now let's get ready to taste it. Okay, and now we have our delicious spice-rubbed pork tenderloin with a Chipotle Apricot Glaze. And we're gonna try this. Oh, it's cutting perfectly. I'm gonna get a little sweet potato and pepper. Now, mind you, this is big enough to serve for, you know, a party of, well, not a party, but, you know, a dinner maybe of 4 people. I'm just being lazy and I didn't get a plate. I'm just eating it right here. So, excuse my manners. Oh, I like it because the flavors are spot on. You can really taste the seasoning. The adobo is coming in, it's present. What's really causing this dish to shine though is the orange zest. The orange zest is just bringing all of the flavors together, including that chipotle. The beautiful sweet potato and the peppers pair so well with this. And then you have that beautiful little bit of microgreen, and it is delicious. It adds a nice peppery bite. And I really hope you guys make this dish. This is something that's fresh, it's springy, it's summery, and I think you can make it for yourself for a weeknight dinner, or again, you can entertain with it and everyone will enjoy it.
The orange.
That's what like sets it apart. It's so good.
If pork tenderloin tastes like this, I'll
Yeah.
love it.
And it's not overcooked.
Delicious.
I love it.
Almost like orange chicken, but
It
orange,
is, but
orange
it's,
pork.
yeah. And the chipotle's not super spicy.
No, because I don't like spice, but I like that.
Yeah.
I don't need dinner tonight.
Right?